I'm gonna tell you a story. First thing you have to understand is, time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can call me Oracle. You're the one who's talking to you. Oh, look, Little Dims is still trying to squeak out. Well, whatever, Little Dims. You're an idiot. You can call me Oracle because I'm the one who's talking to you. Welcome to the call. Alright. I just got into Zoroastrianism and specifically Zoroastrianism in the last episode. So I'm gonna actually finish up what I got started in that when I got briefly into Mandaism. I'm gonna talk a little about Yazidism and um, Manicheism, but first, back when I was still like a manager at Circle K, I came up with this massive list of ways to bind stuff. I'm gonna bring up some of them now because I recreated some of those. I don't remember what I did with the actual like written piece of paper that I had it on, so I'm gonna go over this again because this is wild. I can try to hyperbind a hypobind or resonance bind this all, to graha bind a dragon head and wing bind all they all, to keto bind by tail or claw and sigma bind it all, harmonic bind it all together, alas to bind that snaps us all, vima bond that would be a dimensional bond to see, vibrational bond, gravitic bond, atman bond, a soul bondy, and halo bond that would be to all the say to say, and consciousness bond to do by Bodhi or eight strings all the way to say. A crown bind by Karita and angel bind by Dula, devil bind by Popman or by worm bind by Visega Kermi and that's all the of, or Visa Kermi and they all the of. Lightning bind by Vidyud and Fox bind by Zergala, and Quetzal bind all again, and Serpent bind Sarpa. Alright, now that I've told you all of that because that's some bottle stuff. Alright, so I briefly spoke, and part of I've Yazidism is where Quere, because I've mentioned Quere and Malek Tuese, who I've also mentioned before, come in. Yazidism, alternatively Shafi'in, is a monotheistic ethnic religion that originated in Kurdistan and has its roots in Western Iranic pre-Zoroastrian religion, directly derived from Indo-Iranian tradition. So here's the thing. Zoroastrianism is one of the oldest religions in the world. Yazidism, actually older. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not knocking Yahweh of Canaan. I'm not. I refuse. But, strictly speaking, Judaism, I'm not exactly sure how old it is. But like, Zoroastrianism is older. It just is. And, Yazidism is older than that. It is followed by mainly Kurdish-speaking Yazidis and based in belief in one God who created the world and trust and care of 7 holy beings, known as angels. Preeminent among these angels is Tues Melech, also known as Melech Tues, who is the leader of the angels and who has authority over the world. Yazidis believe in one God, whom they refer to as Quede, with an X. Squedoend, Ezdan, Pedsha, king, and less commonly, Ela and Hek. According to some Yazidi hymns known as Kres, God's 1,001 names, or 3,001 names, according to other cults. In Yazidism, fire, water, air, and earth are sacred elements that are not to be polluted. During prayers, they face toward the sun, for which they are often called sun worshippers, although that is, I mean, you could think of it that way. I don't. But, like, the city myth of creation begins with the description of the emptiness and the absence of order in the universe prior to the world's creation. God created a dur, white pearl, in spiritual form of his own pure light, and dwelt in it. First, there was an esoteric world, and after that, an exoteric world, which was created. For creation of this world, God created 7 divine beings, also called angels, in Yazidi literature, to whom assigned all the world's affairs. The leader of the 7 angels was appointed Tues Melech, the peacock angel. The end of creation is closely associated with the creation of mankind and the transition from mythological to historical time. So, quick note on Melech Tuese. There's this thing where, like, often among Abrahamic religions and Muslims, of them thinking of this peacock angel as Satan. Like, literally, actually. Like, literally, actually. So, like, it's basically saying, so let's say Lucifer didn't fall, but we're still going to act like he did. Because those guys know he didn't, and we don't like them. That's essentially what happened. It's interesting, in a not a good way, that Yazidism is a traditional Kurdish religion, and the Kurds get raw dogged all the time. I'm still upset. I have often criticized Trump. I have. But one thing I will straight up never forgive him for is taking what little cred we had with the Kurds left and just being like, eh. America is famous for screwing over the Kurds, so they should just see this coming. That's my Donald Trump impression right there. Anyway. Alright, now that I've talked about Manicheism and Koede and Yazidism, Manicheism! Manicheism in New Persian is a former major world religion found around the 3rd century by Parthian prophet Mani in the Sasanian Empire. So it is like Zoroastrianism. It is effectively a dead religion. I mean, it's still around. I guess there might be still people who are actually literally Manichae, but who believe in money as a prophet specifically. But I don't know. Manichaeism has survived longer in the East than it did in the West, although it was thought to have finally faded away after the 14th century in South China. Contemporary to the decline of Church of Asia in Ming China, there is a growing corpus of evidence that shows Manichaeism persists in some areas in China, especially in Fujian, where numerous Manichaean relics have been discovered over time. Wow, it might still be extant. That's neat. So an interesting thing about Manichaeism is that it's also a Gnostic type religion. That the thing about Manichaeism is that it is all about the Book of Enoch. So like, that is the best way to talk about it. Like, in Manichaeism, they actually talk about physical reality, Mahadesya, everywhere that is of matter, as being the world of darkness. So, like, if you know a lot about role-playing games, for example, literally speaking, we live in the world of darkness according to Manichaeism. That's literally, according to the prophet Mani, we live in the world of darkness because we live in physical reality where, we make our own decisions and God can talk to us. But we can also say, you know what? I don't want to listen. I'm human. I don't want to listen. I'm allowed. That's something you're allowed to do in the world of darkness. All right. And you know what? I think that's it for today. I think that's it for right now. This is Oracle. Gonna sing myself out. Now that I've shown you all those groovy bindings. Talked a little about Manichaeism and Yazidism throughout. And that'll be fine for now. From Oracle me to all of you thou.